really don't think the English or the other nations within the United Kingdom are ready to hand over 1,000 years of history and tradition and victory. Very important, what the British have achieved around the world. I don't think we're ready to hand it over to a ragtag bunch of commies and cult members, death cult members, Islamists. I just don't see it happening. And I just don't see the British losing. Because we just don't lose, do we? How do you almost guarantee a revolution? Well, firstly, you insult and undermine the Christian tradition of the greatest empire on earth. And then secondly, you mock and destroy the future for all the native people there. That's how you guarantee it. I would say that over 90% of British people's problems arises from the politeness and inability of telling mentally ill communists and Islamists to fuck off. Remember the 70s and the 80s? When the environmentalists, which were just demonic communists in disguise, we'll pretend to care about the planet. What they really wanted to do was spread their hatred and nihilism and anti-natalism all over you. Like, don't have kids. Don't have kids because it's bad for the planet. Fucked up, mental illness, Satan worshipping, filleting the devil. And then here we are in this mess, needing mass immigration to make up for all those kids that we were told we shouldn't have. Now, I'm doing my bit. Are you? The best time to have kids is now if you didn't have them 30 years ago. Now. And to give my viewers the cold hard facts, the people we've brought in are low quality and shitty, generally. Of course, in any mass migration, you're going to have excellent people, amazing Indian doctors, incredible Chinese scientists, whatever, you know? You're going to get some incredible South American football coach. You're going to have some great people. But the vast majority that we bring in to make up the numbers because the Satan-worshipping lefties told us not to have kids because it was bad for the environment, they're just trash. No skill, don't speak English, can't use a computer, sex-starved, believing in a death cult ideology. Where does it all end? It all ends with your local comprehensive school sending out letters to parents saying, because of the new arrivals in the town that we love, we advise the students not to travel alone to and from the school. Really, guys? Society right now is one big avoidance of what the actual issue is. And the actual issue is that different people from different parts of the world with different minds, different ideologies, have different moralities, different dreams, different hopes. And we're all ignoring the giant elephant in the room, which is just how much so many of these people hate us. And they really hate us. So as it stands now, I will refuse to give any money or any support to any business, any organization, any government that works against the interests of the native British, or more widely, the native Europeans. It's okay to be white, guys. It's okay to be European, and I am sick to death to the point that I'm going to come out and rant about it every day. How Europeans are great people. Some of the best civilizations on earth out of Europe. And all the new arrivals telling you that you're bigoted and you need more diversity, they're just jealous. They're just jealous. Envy, one of the deadly sins. But they wouldn't understand that because so many of them aren't even Christian. And they don't understand anything about inner exploration and what Jesus was trying to say. All they know is outer exploration, conquering, war, forcing people to convert. It's not the European way. It's not the British way. And they will lose. They will lose. I know it. I feel it in my heart. And if we are losing, I know it in my heart that the Americans will come and rescue us. I say this without a joke. So many people smirking at the screen now. Well, you just wait and see if Britain starts to Islamize, if the Americans are going to tolerate that. Just you wait and see. There is nowhere on earth as pretty as England in the spring. Okay, maybe Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I found some bullshit by the eco-lefties, the Green Party. You should see some of their candidates in Leeds.
Are you streaming?
I'm not live just now. Just let me finish this shot, and then I'll come and chat to you. So Green, look at this like alarmist piece of shit. The country's all red. Let me advise you: do not vote for Green. They are dirty, crazy lefties like the rest of them. You're on.
My name is Isaac, and I'm watching the Charlie Beach.
Can you do it one more time from the top?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Isaac, and I'm watching the Charlie Beach show.
Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Isaac. And going back to the Green Party, what a load of shit. Again, the anti-natalist, feel bad for being human, feel bad for existing, feel bad for the quantum field manifesting you as an individualized sentience in the 3D physical world. Oh no, that's horrible. It's not a gift, it's not an amazing experience that God's allowed us to experience. We shouldn't be humble, we shouldn't, do our best and pass on the love that our parents gave us, the sacrifices our parents made. Babies are hard, kids are hard, our parents did that for us, raised... Hello! I'm a big fan of the working man. It's the working man that keeps this country going. They don't get the respect that they deserve. But where was I? Yeah, I was probably ranting about people telling you not to have kids. Horrible. People in a Land Rover now staring at me. Effing boomers. It's their fault. Bloody, dirty communists who hate themselves, and they want you to hate yourself. They hate God, they hate life, they hate freedom, because they don't know what to do with it. And their hatred, and they like nothing more than spreading the misery. Misery loves company. And if they've decided that they are genetically inferior, nasty pieces of shit, then they want you to feel that way as well. Because in their perfect world, no babies are born. Nobody pays it forward. We all steal that love and affection that our parents gave us, and we never have to do it for anyone below us. We can just go back to the nightclub, back to the party, back to the drinks, back to the shallow piece of shit life that we're living. Never have kids. So we walk along Whalley Abbey, Whalley Parish Church of St. Mary's. And let's just say, it's not all just Christianity that I love and respect. Although I think it is the most sophisticated, the most emotional, the most profound, the most in line with all the findings in the last 100 years in terms of the quantum field, the kind of reality behind the reality. Then you start to understand the metaphors. I'll tell you another religion I have great respect for, the Sikhs. I learned about the Guru Nanak, one of their big gurus, and Sahib Gobind Hai. Again, very similar to Christianity. They believe all is God. There is nothing but God. Everything is beautiful. Everything is God. Makes everything sacred. Makes everything beautiful. And when was the last time you looked at a group of Sikhs and thought, oh God, they're going to try and brainwash my kids and bring in members of their community to ruin the society? You just don't. They're, generally very hardworking, very industrious, a successful minority, the Sikhs. So big respect for the Sikh community here on the Charlie Beach channel. No secret, I admire the Jews. I think they've got a 4,000-year project going, and I admire it. I think they're doing a great job. Again, they have a great fertility rate over in Israel, having loads of kids. They know how to do it. My old boss, Orthodox Jewish guy, 10 kids. I like that. He believes in the future, and they're very similar. I'm very compatible with the Jewish community. I get their humor. I get their sentimentality. I get what they're about. And again, going further east, away from Judeo-Christianity, away from Sikhism, we should talk about the Buddhists. Again, Buddha, the ideas of the sublime, the infinite. And look at the civilizations in the Far East. They've done a good thing as well. Anyway, I'm vlogging here. There's some dog walkers behind me there. They're all listening nervously in case I say some non-crime hate incidents. Going, Charlie's going to commit a hate crime. Oh, that's going to get my next rant going. I've got a good one in me now. Just listen on. Unless this country takes a leaf out of the American Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, we are so effed. Just a few days ago, the big scandal, even normies are talking about it. It's like a big story. Some police force sent 6 officers to arrest 2 parents who wrote their free speech in a private WhatsApp group, something about a school. Now, regardless of what's it about, I reserve the biggest fuck you to the police force that thought it was a good idea to do that. You brutalize this country. And unless we take, as I say, a leaf out of the American book, that we have to make all free speech legal, not a police matter. Of course, inciting violence, direct threats of violence, which includes death threats, those things aren't free speech, not even in the United States. You cannot go on the radio and say, pick up a machete, kill all the Tutsis. Pick up a machete, kill all the Hutus, which they did do in Rwanda in the 90s. Now, this country, we're having people arrested for writing racially aggravated text messages or homophobic text messages or like a transphobic phone call or someone overhears something. You may remember on my channel, Rob the American, a guy from Galveston in Texas. He's an American. He's the child of the British. He was collared by the police for discussing 9/11 in a pub, and some lefty patrons of that pub called the police on him. Fuck you lefties, you dirty bastards. But we need to remember that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. We need to stop, and it is an anti-white, an anti-working class law designed to demoralize the natives. When's the last time you saw foreigners, immigrants, get pulled up for hate crimes? It's always working class white people, middle class white people, because it's designed to make you shut the fuck up. It's designed to make you shut the fuck up as you are replaced, and this country gets a new elite, a new first class citizenry, a protected class, shall we say. We need to go back to American free speech, that you can insult, be awkward, you can be offensive, you can make fun of people's race, make fun of people's sexuality, make fun of where they want to put their pinor or their vagoo. You want to put your vagoo on another vagoo? That's fine. If you can't make fun of lesbians, if you can't make fun of gays, if you can't make fun of ethnic minorities, we are literally filleting the corpse of Lenin. You know that old desiccated corpse that they've pumped some formaldehyde in and they've got him in that mausoleum? You're getting his pinor, his formaldehyde pinor, and you're filleting it. Without free speech, there is no free thought. Without free thought, you are a slave. You are literally a slave. And I grew up knowing all the horrors of the Soviet Union because we studied it, we watched documentaries about it. I met people who fought in Vietnam, I met people who fought in the Korean War, I met people who fought in the Falklands, slightly different, but you know, dirty lefties in Argentina invaded the Falklands. So without its balls back, as in free speech, like I did a thought experiment with a friend many years ago, like what would happen if King Charles, he was Prince at the time, what if he accidentally left a microphone on and it was live and he was like traveling around the Commonwealth, he was in Zimbabwe or something. I know they got expelled, but let's say Zimbabwe came back into the Commonwealth and King Charles muttered, and he goes, these bloody N-words, they're annoying me now, I want to slap these N-words. That word, because we don't have free speech. They do in America. You can say it in a song lyric. If you're a black artist especially, get the N-word 1,000 times. That is your beat. N-word, 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 N-word. But even if the King of England now, this is how crazy woke has gone. The King of England gets caught using the N-word. I swear to God, according to the rules of the woke ideology, they would force him to resign. 50 years ago, people would say, well, yes, it's a bad word, he was frustrated, forgive him, we all say stupid things, but nowadays it's like, there is no punk, there is no room for any humanity, there is only the Soviet black and white. You are either with us or you are evil right-wing bigot. And that's going to tear the country apart. I'm going to slowly work on this channel, using a little bit more free speech each day, until I get the suspension. But we need to rescue this nation by being able to, if you can't express yourself, if working class people, and that's who it's against, feel scared to talk about that man in a dress with cock and balls hanging out using the ladies' toilet, if he wants to talk about the rise of Islamism, and he doesn't have advanced language, and he says these effing such and such are pissing me off, I want to slap them. I just spat everywhere there, forgive me. I'm looking around. Who's listening in? This is the attitude we've got in this country. Everyone's wanting to get everyone into trouble. Everyone's wanting to get everyone into trouble with the police. A nation of little Soviet commissars, a nation of little snitches. Do you want to say to the royal family? I don't use that word. You know, I've got plenty of black friends. But if Prince William, next time we hang out having some champagne, if you want to drop the N-word as part of a joke, no problem. That is kosher for me. That is halal. That is absolutely allowed. I'll tell you what's not allowed is everyone worried. Thought crime violation, vocal cord violation, I'm going to get handcuffed. It's beyond the joke now, guys, and we all know it. We need normal, absolute American free speech.